What the fuck is up, everybody? Today, I have an incredibly exciting review for you. We have the AEK-971, and I love this gun. This fit me like a smooth glove. It fits my playstyle perfectly. I love to be aggressive. I like to get in people's faces. And this gun allows me to do that while also having manageable recoil so that I can use it at long range. Little bit of a disclaimer, you really want to be an experienced Battlefield player before using this gun. I'm just saying, you got to be able to control the recoil. You got to if you can't ride a horse, chances are you can't hop on the bull. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's really break into this gun, but before I do, I just want to say that I've said earlier that the Ace-23 is the best assault rifle in the game. I will stand by what I said because in overall versatility and usability, the Ace-23 really can outclass any gun. However, the AEK, as long as you can control that recoil, man, you can really, I don't know. I feel like the Ace-23 is dethronable, but you got to be experienced. You got to know what you're doing. Without any further ado, however, let's really get into the statistics. Typically, I don't like to go too deep, but this gun is quite interesting, so we're going to dig a little deeper today, guys. The fire rate is 900 RPM, which is very, very interesting because the FAMAS actually fires at 1,000 RPM, and that gun is borderline uncontrollable at long range. I mean, I'm sure there's some of you guys out there who can totally control the recoil, but long range kills are incredibly difficult. And you just drop that RPM down to 900 and all of a sudden the AEK can definitely handle people at long range. Also, I just want to point out that I did not make a highlight reel. I put up a whole gameplay because I just thought that it was an awesome gameplay and I really showcased what this gun could do long range and up close and personal. I was very aggressive. There were times where I was defensive. And this gun, as you can see, can be quite versatile as long as you know what you're doing. I'm not saying I know, amazingly what I'm doing at all times, but I do, have my good games at times, and I like to post those up for you. Now, another really interesting statistic, but I didn't really feel it in the game, was the muzzle velocity. The muzzle velocity is 580 meters per second. That's really interesting because that's a lot slower. That's a lot slower than other assault rifles. And I didn't really feel it, but I guess the bullets just shoot slow. I don't know. I mean, I have an airsoft gun that I think shoots around that's like 500 meters per second. So it's just weird that it's so low, but you don't really feel it. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Also, the reload time is incredible. It reloads at 3.6 seconds if you're completely empty. And that's almost 4 seconds. That's a long time. Like, that is an incredibly long time. The flip side to that coin, however, is that it reloads at 2.3 seconds when there's at least one bullet left in the clip. And my only advice for you in terms of reload times is to just make sure that you don't run out of ammo entirely, or else you're going to be reloading for almost 4 seconds. You'll see that I made this mistake a lot during the video. I guess it's because I was just playing so aggressively and so quickly. I didn't notice how long the reload time was. I didn't really notice that it was almost 4 seconds, but I can completely understand. I mean, it definitely is a long reload time, one of the longest that I've encountered so far. So just be careful because the gun just outputs so many bullets so quickly. Also, when using this gun, my recommendation, as with anything in life, is to be super confident. This is not a gun where you can just be like, okay, well, I'm going to be a super defensive player and I'm going to camp in this one little area. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but in my experience with this gun is this gun forces you to be confident. I mean, you can definitely win gunfights when you are half health, when you are like 1% health. And if you play with that confidence, I mean, if you have 1 bar of health left and a guy runs around a corner and tries to kill you and you just slam him in the face with that 900 rounds per minute, he's not going to survive. You have a lot of chances to just go off on people with that 900 RPM. RPM matters a lot. I'd say RPM is probably one of the most important statistics. Even if the damage is incredibly high, RPM matters a lot. So, with that said, we can go down to the recoil very quickly, and I just want to say that the recoil just drifts to the right just a little bit. I didn't really feel it, so I don't think you guys will either. It's kind of noticeable, not really. As long as you control the recoil, it's all good, and you should have an awesome time. Now, I just want to say that I truly felt like a badass when using this gun. And you can use this gun in a variety of ways, but in terms of a play style, in terms of what you guys need to be successful with this gun, I would recommend using a muzzle brake. And I don't know, for me, I like the ergo grip because I could be super aggressive with it, but I am pretty sure that a stubby grip would work just as well. But, you know, it really comes down to preference. You can customize this gun to your liking and just do what you gotta do, man. So that about wraps it up for me, guys, in terms of a review of the gun. I'm going to be touching on some other things about Battlefield, but you are more than welcome to close out and go about your day and use this gun to your liking. So, with that said, now that all the people that are only interested in the gun review are gone, I just want to say, guys, that I really don't like the revive system in this game. If you ever encountered someone who's just dead on the stairs and you cannot find their body, like their body will be laying there and you try and revive them and then it's just not there. So you're defibbing the ground all over. It's like playing Where's Waldo on the steps. It makes no sense whatsoever. And I haven't seen many other YouTubers talk about it. I didn't see this as that big of a problem in Battlefield 3, and then all of a sudden, it's a huge problem in Battlefield 4. This might have directly to do with the netcode, but I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, it's quite frustrating. Also, I wanted to show you guys the G18 in this gameplay. It's a crazy good pistol, fully automatic. I felt like it kind of sucked in Battlefield 3 just because the recoil was ridiculous. In this game, it's not so ridiculous. In fact, it's quite manageable. And I just loved it. It fit very nicely with the AEK, that just psycho automatic fire, being able to be aggressive with people. I found it to be a legitimate alternative to trying to outgun a rifleman. I'm not a rifleman, just a medic player, or even a support. Any class can really get torn up by this little tiny powerhouse. It was just super fascinating to watch. So I'd recommend this pistol. It's not good long range. I mean, I don't think you're going to get many kills with it long range, but regardless, I really do enjoy using this gun. Now, some of you may be wondering, you know, what's up with your channel? I read in the description that, you know, you're into philosophy, news, ideas, culture, all that stuff. But you're posting up a bunch of weapon reviews. What the fuck is up? Because if you look at my channel, almost every single video is pretty much gun reviews. There's a reason for this, and I'll be 100% real with you guys. You know, I've seen other YouTubers, you know, they'll be accused of, oh, you're just getting, you know, making these videos for money, or you're just making these videos for views, and then they're like, oh, no, I'm not doing that, like, motherfucker, yes, they are. So, I am going to be real with you guys. I'd like to build up a good audience, so one way that I'm doing that is through posing gun reviews to you guys, because that brings in people that are interested, and then maybe you enjoy the commentary. So then, once I review every gun, and probably even way before I even finish reviewing every gun, I'd like to really start talking about news and ideas and philosophy, because I got a lot on my mind that I'd like to talk with you guys about, and, you know, have a cool fucking discussion about some shit. But it's pretty silly for me to try and create a discussion around a topic that I find interesting, and it only gets 5 views. So, I'll be real with you guys. I'm trying to, you know, put out gun reviews. One, because I like fucking Battlefield and I don't mind reviewing guns, even though some of these guns I absolutely loathe. But I'd like to build up a good audience, so that way when I have an idea that I'd like to put across to you guys, or I'd like to create a discussion around a topic, then we can get that fucking going with enough people. So, yeah, part of the reason why I'm doing these weapon reviews is, one, for the views, and two, just so, you know, the audience gets big enough so that, you know, some real awesome, juicy discussions can take place, and we can get to the bottom of some shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm just another dude who's probably watched one too many documentaries and read one too many news articles from questionable sources. So I have all these ideas rambling around in my head that I'm always talking to other people about, but I've never, you know, really broadcasted them in a mass way and seen how people react. So, with that said, I'm probably going to review a lot more guns. I'm going to do an unboxing video of the Xbox One. One of the big reasons why I'm getting an Xbox One day one is because I want to bring you guys premium content. I'm not even waiting for Black Friday. I'm getting it day one. Because I know that the Xbox is so expensive, a lot of people aren't getting it. So, in my eyes, because there's definitely a side of me that is cold cut marketing, like, okay, if I want to build an audience, this is boom, 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 boom. And then there's another side of me that says, hey, Make sure the content that you're bringing is helping people. Make sure that if you're going to do anything in life that you do it properly and that you should be doing a service for other people. And I don't mean like giving people products. I mean like really trying to enhance other people's lives. Even if I have nothing to bring to the table, even if I'm just some fucking random guy, I'd like to try and help other people in any way I fucking can, even if I have no business saying anything. So, part of me is saying, okay, I want to build up this audience. Xbox One, get that shit day one, unbox it, create tons of gameplay videos, and then once the audience is big enough, then I start talking about all this crazy shit that I want to talk about. And I will keep bringing it up. This won't be like a surprise to people. But I say, oh, hey, this is a cool article I found. Like, people will know. I'm not going to just jump this. So, I just wanted to bring that to the table. And I wanted to say that you guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And for the most part, people in the YouTube comment section, you guys have been awesome. And I'm really impressed. There hasn't been any, like, fucktards yet. I'm sure they will come eventually, as does all of them. Anyway, it's been real. It's been fun. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And have a great fucking day.